Yeah, good morning, students. Now, today we'll be looking at what we call letters for the staff or staff. Now, what we all, I think we can still recollect the meaning of staff. I said staff consists of 5 lines and 4 spaces. So we must not forget that. Everything we'll be looking at in music lies on staff. And everything we'll be doing in music, yes, and depend on the musical alphabet, which are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now, I want us to look at the relationship between these letters and the staff itself. I said staff consists of what? 5 lines and 4 spaces. Now, let's look at staff. This is staff. This is staff. This is staff. Don't forget the first line, second line, third line, fourth line, and the fifth line. And the first space, second space, third space, and the fourth space. I want us to note that each line has a letter. Each line has what? A letter. And each space also has what? Also has a letter. So the question is, what is the letter for the first line? What is the letter for the second line? What is the letter for the third line? What is the letter for the fourth line? What is the letter for the fifth line? What is the letter for the first space, second space, third space, and fourth space? Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot get the letters from this line and spaces without looking at what we call clef in music. So, because of this reason, we will go to what is clef. We have to check the topic called clef. So this one will give us the link, or will give us the knowledge of the letter that will be on the line or space. Now, let's look at the clef. I'm going to look at clef here briefly, because we are still going to look at clef as a major topic, but I'm also going to introduce us to clef here briefly so that I can explain the letters and the letters on the line and the spaces here. Now, what is clef? Clef is a musical sign or symbol. So clef is a musical sign or symbol. Now, placed at the beginning of a staff. Now, if you look at this definition, it tells us that clef is placed at the beginning of the staff. So if this is our staff, what we are going to find here now is what we call clef. Now, how am I going to know the type of clef to be drawn in the staff? So this leads us to what we call types of clefs. In music, we have 4 types of clefs. We have treble clef, we have alto clefs, we have tenor clef, and we have bass clef. But I'm going to be restricted to only treble and bass clef. Now, types of clefs. Briefly, type of clef, we have treble clef or G clef. It is either called treble or you call it G clef. So we call it bass or F clef. It is either you call it bass clef or you call it F clef. Bass or F clef. Now, let's consider this treble or G clef. Now, here we are going to look at the staff one more time. Okay, let me draw the treble clef. Let's consider the treble clef first. Treble clef. How does treble clef look like? This is the sign or symbol that represents treble clef. Look at this. We have things like this. It is drawn this way. So when you see any diagram like this, it is called treble clef. You draw it. Alright, this is treble clef. It is also called G clef. Does it look like G? It does. It does. Because it looks like the shape G, and that is why we call it G clef. Now, if you look at it, just like when you want to write G, you understand? When you want to write G, you write it this way. So the shape looks like what? Like G. So it is also called G clef. Now the question is, how are we going to place this on the staff? To consider that in our next class. Thank you.